Peace, peace. Y'all know the M.Reck room etiquette. Pound that like button. You heard? Salute to the rec mob. We here. You already know. This is what the streets been waiting for. The rec mob been waiting for. Okay. You already know we got this shit in a stranglehold. You know, I'm talking my shit today. We gonna address it. Okay. We keep it super G'd up over here. Okay. Not on no old school shit, on just some official real time shit. And the real time shit is 6:18 p.m. Okay. So fuck all that old shit. We with this current shit. Okay. We're gonna address everything that's on the landscape. Run the lights up. Salute to the rec mob. We taking calls. We don't take side. We just on the side of the truth. Okay, that's it. And we gonna cover it how we gonna cover it. Nobody can dictate what M.Reck is gonna cover, how I'm gonna do an interview. None of that. It's rec mob shit over here. Brooklyn, East New York, Crown Heights. Let the sparks fly, all that fly shit over here. I got my brother David Flat Sparks backstage. All right, let me introduce him real quick. Let me get him on the screen. Flat, you there?
Yo, peace. I'm here, bro.
All right. I want you to tell the rec mob to run the lights up real quick while I play your. I'm gonna play your intro, but tell them to run the lights up real quick.
Let's get it, man. Y'all see we here, Rec Mob. Run the lights up. Y'all know the M.Reck room etiquette. Know what I'm saying? Run the
Yeah.
lights up. This what we here for, man. Know what I'm saying? We gonna get to it. Let's go, right?
We get into it. Run the lights up. We waiting for the room to fill up, but until then, let's go to this infamous "Let the Sparks Fly" intro real quick. Let's get it.
It's your guy, David Flash Sparks, aka the Mad Boxer. And this is Let the Sparks Fly, live on Mrecktv. Let's get it.
Okay. And we here. Okay. The Sparks is flying in Jamaica, Queens. Southside Jamaica, Queens. The Sparks is flying worldwide. Okay. Run the lights up. Man, there's a lot of behind the scenes politics shit going on that I don't do. And we just call it how we call it. We call it down the middle. And listen, let's get to it. Run the lights up. We taking calls. All right. So as you know, Supreme put out an accusation out there on the Supreme Truth doc saying that Bimmy is allegedly a CI, right? You know, that's been going on maybe for the last week or so. I believe it came out last Wednesday. Okay. Since then, a lot of people responded, but then Bimmy responds on Mrecktv. The shit goes super viral, blew everything out the water. Okay. That's what we do over here. We independent. Okay, no hidden hands over here, no industry plays over here, no paid campaigns over here, organic numbers, organic street shit. Okay, salute to the rec mob. Okay, interview went stupid. Any nigga who choose not to cover it, he's a fat. Well, you know, I don't want to go crazy because you know how YouTube do. Okay, if you don't cover it, you take one and you Duke shoot. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But anyhow, because we with the shit totally today. I had enough is enough. It's big Brooklyn in this shit right now. Okay, big Brooklyn, big Brooklyn. There's a difference. Big Brooklyn in this shit right now. We covering Queen shit. This is big Brooklyn, East New York, Crown Heights shit right now. Okay, that's what this is right here, Brooklyn. But you know how we get it. We letting the sparks fly. Let's get right to 50 Cent. He took a lot of time to respond. All right. He broke his silence last night. If you know, you know. Okay. This is only for people who is on this frequency. Some people gonna act like they don't see it. They don't see, the fucking politics and it's a lot of funny style shit in the ear. But over here we keep it official. Okay. So let's get right to it. We got like close to 400 people in the building. Run the likes up, and we opening the lines. But let's get to 50 Cent. Boom. Let's get it. So, as you know, we always coming over here. So yesterday, with all this shit going on over the weekend, this whole Supreme Team drama, let's just call it that, okay? Amongst Bimmy, Supreme, Gerald Prince Miller, okay? So, it's relative to 50 in a way, right? He was quiet. That Bimmy shit was smoking shit, still smoking shit, okay? The biggest shit on YouTube, okay? It's a fact. Mrecktv. Shouts to the homie King of New Jersey. All right? But let's get it. So this is what 50 Cent posted yesterday. Now, mind you, you got to pay attention to the optics, okay? Salute to JR, Janie B, my whole Wreck Mob family flat, okay? They know what time it is, okay? Because I got the calls, people hitting me like, yo, Wreck, do you see what's going on? Are you paying attention to the subliminals? I said, of course I'm paying attention to the subliminals. I know what the dusty niggas is doing on YouTube, and I know what the industry niggas is doing on IG. I pay attention to everything. Okay, I'm the big dog out here. This is a fact. Okay, so now Al Sharpton being an informant came out 2 weeks ago. Hear me out. Al Sharpton being an informant came out 2 weeks ago. All right, do your homework. Boom. So while all this is going on, people are quiet. So yesterday, the homie 50 Cent decides to post a Al Sharpton, CI shit, right? You got to pay attention to details and the optics of it all right? Was quiet during the M.Reck Bimmy interview, spanking everything out here, okay? And I put Bimmy in a hot seat. In the hot seat. Salute to the homie King of New Jersey. He set that interview up. He was in the interview with me asking questions, all right? King of New Jersey, BTB TV. That's his channel. Go subscribe to that, okay? So, nobody said nothing. Salute to, it was different people covering it. Like, I'm going to give him props. What's the homie name? Harlem Legend TV. He covered it. What's the other? It was a couple other platforms, and I get to them. Salute to everybody. I think it was Queen's Media, definitely Forgotten Kings TV 2.0. Some dudes gonna keep it official. A lot of dudes, they try to, do what I do. Niggas try to do a Bimmy interview and all that. Whatever. Y'all already know. All right. So I go on 50 Cent page yesterday. I'm just setting the tone for y'all. It's a live, so I'm taking my time. Setting the tone, run the likes up, salute to the Wreck Mob. I go on the page. I say, yo, damn. 50 ain't respond yet, right? I know everybody's waiting for 50 Cent response. Okay? Run the lights up. And so hold on. Pigs. What's going on? Who this? I want to lay out this intro. Who this? Who this though? Yeah. Nah. Do me a favor. Just call back because I'm actually setting the whole show up right now. Just call me back. Yeah. 5-10 minutes. Just call me back. Yeah. All right. Pardon y'all. That was a caller calling in. All right. So let's get to this 50 Cent shit. Say no less. Say less. Say no more. Okay. Run the likes up because I'm gonna lay it out for y'all. It's laid out. Let's get it. Boom. As you know, this Al Sharpton shit came out 2 weeks ago, but it's a subliminal in the message, okay? I'm going to play the Al Sharpton video from 50 Cent page, and then I'm going to go into his caption, and then y'all let me know what 50 is saying subliminally and everything else, okay? You can't be a glazer, you can't be a hater. Over here, you got to be using common sense. That's it. Let's get it.
Secret past as a government informant. CBS 2's Dave Carlin tells us the activist admitted has come clean about his secret past as a government informant. CBS 2's Dave Carlin tells us the activist admitted to helping the FBI bring down some of New York's most wanted.
I was not and am not a rat.
The Reverend Al Sharpton identified as confidential informant CI7, now admitting he wore a wire for the FBI. He helped the government go after boxing promoter Don King, music executives, and mobsters, including Vincent the Chin Gigante, who famously wore his robe and pajamas in public.
I was cooperating.
Sources say that cooperation likely started after he was nabbed in a drug sting, caught on video. Helping the feds may have helped him. But Sharpton says he went to them because members of the mob wanted him dead.
They were threatening to kill me.
Sharpton is kicking off his National Action Network convention this week with headliners President Obama and Mayor de Blasio, who defended Sharpton.
I think he has done a lot of good for the city of New York and for this country.
Retired NYPD Detective Sergeant Joseph Jackalone says unmasking any confidential informant troubles him.
You never want this because we need people to help cooperate, so this is an unfortunate incident.
Sharpton said he has no regrets. He'd do it all again.
Has come clean.
All right, so that's the video on Al Sharpton, just in case you've been under a rock, okay? Over here, we critical thinkers, and we only gonna speak to critical thinkers, okay? No glazers, no dick riders. I don't give a damn how old you are, how young you are. You gonna learn today, okay? And I ain't on no side. I ain't got a dog in the fight, but we gonna keep it G'd up over here. Your word is your word, okay? That's it. And that's what we on too. Paperwork is paperwork. Okay, I don't care what kind of paperwork it is. CI paperwork, lawsuit paperwork. Paperwork is paperwork. We're going to address everything, okay? We ain't picking and choosing. That's not what we do over here, okay? Y'all already know this is the livest platform. I am the livest host, okay? All right, so now on that, playing that video, Al Sharpton, this shit came out 2 weeks ago in mainstream media. 50 Cent posted on his page, and his caption goes, Al Sharpton is not a rat, just a CI, working to the best of his ability. Okay? That should raise your antennas a little bit, okay? This came out 2 weeks ago, and in all fairness, the preem shit is the shit that's on the market. Hold on. I'm gonna get back to these calls. I'll get back to them because I'm trying to lay out this show. So let me go to the next clip on this page. All right. So let's get to it. I'm the blueprint for this shit. I'm showing these niggas how to do it. You see these niggas when they do this shit, you see all my influences from everybody. I don't give a damn who it is. Your favorite rapper, your dusty nigga on YouTube. You see all that. I'm talking my shit. It is what it is. Okay. It is what it is, but I'm just not dusty. Okay. And lines on fire. I'll get back to everybody. Right now, I'm setting the show. Let's go to the next post. Okay. Now, the next post, 50 Cent posts Prince Miller from the Supreme team. Okay. Didn't post the Bimmy shit. Okay. You know, 50 Cent and Bimmy got a relationship. Okay. Pay attention to the details. Okay. Pay attention to the optics. Okay. Understand what's going on. If you know the history, you know the history. Okay. Let's get it. And shout out to everybody. Okay. Ain't no hate. So Prince Miller did an interview with I believe the podcast is called Thanks for Asking. Thanks for Asking. Okay. I believe they from Jamaica, Queens, or whatever. The interviews on YouTube. So 50 Cent posts this clip now. Okay. And if you know the history, you know the history. Okay. You know it's been drama between Supreme Team, 50 Cent. I'm not going to go into it. You know. Okay. Run the lights up. All right. So I'm going to play this clip. Let's get it.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you how you feel about 50
And this is a part 2 question. And the Ghetto Quran. How do you feel about that song?
In the Ghetto Quran, when I heard about it, I felt he was doing what a lot of rappers do. He was giving people, they props.
Right.
I know people was like saying that, yo, man, he's saying too much, this and that. Right. Shit, I'm the one that he said the killer.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And so I should be the one most offended.
That's a fact.
Right?
Were you?
I wasn't offended because I was charged with killing people and I was found not guilty. So why would I be offended if I was found not guilty? Right. So if a person had a perception that I was one way, the courts had a perception that I was another. So I'm not gonna get mad because he was giving some words and giving some props. It doesn't bother me like that. I didn't even think of it like that. You know what I'm saying? Now others may have, but that's not me. And I'm not saying that it's right or wrong, but for real, shit, I kind of liked the song. I mean, if you want,
people use that as a spin.
Yeah. First of all, let me say something to you.
Nobody never worried about that.
Nobody.
Look at Southside Anthem. Look at Corey D.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
We nobody care about that.
That's a fact.
Ain't nobody. Look. Let me tell you something. That was some spin. That was some spin. I like the Ghetto Quran. If you want to know the truth,
Yeah.
it ain't bothered me one bit.
But the perception was the other way around. Right, the other way around.
Exactly. For years, the perception was the other way around. Okay, if you know, you know. Okay, we gonna keep it G'd up over here. And 50 Cent caption after that video played. 50 Cent says, "The real Queens ninjas know what I was doing. Corey D, dedication, rhyme vibes. I play the Ghetto Quran for Nas. He said, damn, that shit is hard. But you singing on that shit." Laughing out loud. Okay? So, let's go to the cause. If you know, you know. I'm not getting into all the nuances and the variables. I'm allowed the rec mob to do it the streets. I'm just going to provide the platform with all the details, okay? Which nobody else is going to do, and allow y'all to talk. But first, let's go to Flat, because he's another critical thinker on his own. Hold on. Let me get my man Big on the screen. Pause. You know what I'm saying? That sounds crazy. You know what I mean? Let me get his view. Especially on the screen. Okay, so we got my brother David Flat Sparks, and we got close to 1,000 people in the room. Run the lights up. Okay, we talking this 50 Cent, breaking the silence on Gerald Prince Miller, Supreme, Bimmy, T.I. accusations and all that, man. So Flat,
What's up, bro?
you in the loop of everything. You saw all these interviews and you saw all the clips on 50 Cent page and the caption and all that. What's your thoughts?
But I'm gonna keep it real, man. Know what I'm saying, put aside, our personal friendship. Now I'm saying, our partnership. Put that aside. I want to speak from a perspective of just a person that watches the content and sees what's going on. Now I'm saying, from my perspective, it looked like they throwing a lot of hate towards you. Now I'm saying, a lot of shade, because it's like they trying to shade you out from architecting the things that you architect. Now I'm saying, that's my personal. That's the first grief I got, bro. Now I'm saying, like, I understand the story. Yeah, I understand the story, coming up in Brooklyn and New York. They Queens cats, but we all know the story with the Supreme team, even down to Fat Cat. And, now I'm saying, all of that with Bimmy, for the people who don't know, Bimmy is Waka Flocka's uncle. Now I'm saying, so that made us look into him more, to who he was. Now I'm saying, now I don't know the situation as far as them saying he's an informant and all that, because they didn't produce no paperwork yet. And that's the same thing he been saying. But my personal grief is,
Well, let me interject right there.
yeah,
Now, also, when it comes to CIs, allegedly,
right.
they're not going to have no paperwork because it's sealed, it's hidden. That's just legend has it. Let's just say legend has it. Let's just, know what I mean? Now, I'm going to fall back. You go, and continue on.
Okay, all right. So because I heard Bimmy say that himself, he like, yo, produce the paperwork. Know what I'm saying? Like if y'all can't call nobody a snitch without paperwork. Know what I'm saying? Now a confidential informant, you right. That's a whole different realm. Know what I'm saying? Because the key word, y'all gotta excuse the noise. I'm out here in Manhattan.
Now you good.
So
You
yeah,
good.
the key word to that though is confidential. So I understand that. But my thing again, Breck, is everybody been ripping the content from you. Now I'm saying not giving you your credit. Now I'm saying like you not architect behind this. And my thing is that I see they doing that, not giving you your proper introductions and being an architect behind a lot of this shit because you don't follow behind nobody program, bro. Now I'm saying you do your own thing. You do your own ones and twos. Now I'm saying you don't need a bunch of people, minions running around doing this and that. Now I'm saying I've been around you, bro. Now I mean you don't even sleep, bro. Now I'm saying you put your work in. Now I'm saying so.
Salute.
I feel like when it comes to this subject, bro, they need to give you your credit because what 50 Cent is doing, he's throwing shots, he's throwing subliminal shots at Bimmy. Now I'm saying with the whole Al Sharpton thing, right? But he's not saying where the whole story's coming from. And that's where my grief come in again. Now I'm saying even him posting the other content on his page. Now I'm saying why is he not posting your interview with Bimmy? And Bimmy was bigging him up. Now I'm saying Bimmy was bigging him up. Bimmy was showing him love. Like you said, it's not no beef between 50 and Bimmy, but then on the side, 50 throwing shots with the whole confidential informant.
That's a fact. Damn, I don't know if Flat lost you know, I think his phone lost connection or whatever. He'll tap back in. So let me he'll tap back in. But he was making a great point. I'm gonna piggyback off that. And the fact that he posted the Al Sharpton post, right before he posted the Prince Miller shit, it allows you to know exactly what Flat is saying. He's throwing shots. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta understand, I do this shit. Anytime when niggas throw subliminals, whether it's a rapper or celebrity, y'all already know I'm ahead of the curve. The same way where, hold on, we gonna get some callers in. All right, hold on, caller. I'm gonna get you on the line. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, caller. All right, hold on 1 second. I want the people to be able to hear you. Run the lights up. Salute to the rec mob. We got like 1,000 people in the room. We got a call online. Caller, state your name, where you calling from. Let's get it.
This Anthony from Chicago.
All right, Anthony, man, from Chicago. I need you to give me a thorough breakdown of everything currently, what we talking about in this live, and everything that's going on. You got the floor.
I respect dude for giving 50 his recognition, because at the end of the day, at the end of the day, it's just a song, that Ghetto Quran. I like that Ghetto Quran. It was hard.
That's a fact. Nah, that's a fact. Man,
I feel like Reverend Al Sharpton, I don't feel like he a rat though, because that only applies for somebody that's from the streets, That don't apply to civilians.
Correct. Got you. I appreciate you tapping in, Anthony. Salute, man. What was your thoughts on that Bimmy interview?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was a good interview.
Okay. No doubt, good brother. Salute.
Salute, my boy.
Appreciate you.
No problem.
Right, let's get it. All right, we got my other callers. Let's get it. Lines on fire, y'all. Lines on fire. So we gonna go through these calls, but we only want to speak to critical thinkers. No glazers, no DR riders. I don't give a damn you from Jamaica, Queens. I don't give a damn who you down with. Critical thinkers only. Call us. Speak your piece. Let's get it.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Rome from Southside, the only side, Queens, and all that. What's going on?
What's going on? Let's talk about it, man.
It's kind of hot. It's kind of hot. The block is hot.
It's
But
kind of
listen,
hot.
I seen your interview.
Okay.
With Bim, and I know Bim, and I heard you mention that you know Deb and them. I know the whole family. I know all of them. I know Bim since I was 8 years old.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And I saw his rise into the Supreme Team. Now this thing with 50, I think it is a subliminal. I think Prince.
Let me stop you there. Why you think it's a subliminal? I want you to continue on, but why?
Because the reason is 50 also grew up with Bim, but through Black Just and through the team. And if you haven't noticed, Prince is kind of like the only one from the team like about to start saying something besides Supreme himself. Now 50 have took Bim's side initially. If you realize they were taking a lot of pictures, Bim said that they working on something, a little something that has not come.
Well, hold on. Let me stop you there. Let me stop you there. See, this is why I'm glad people like you calling, because now I'm gonna interject. 50 Cent and Bimmy was supposed to do the Supreme Team either docuseries or documentary. Remember, they announced it years ago. But continue on.
Yeah, and that's true, M.Reck. That's true, and that has surprisingly of no avail has come to fruition. It didn't work out yet, and now it's coming out a little clearer that maybe 50 is pulling back because now maybe he realized maybe there is some truth to Bim being a CI, and how is that going to play when 50 himself gave Preem credit saying, even though he do this, he do that, I have to give it to him. He lives by what he says. He's not a snitch. 50 said that about Preem.
Correct.
So that means 50 holds people that live that life and speak that life to a high regard. So if he feels to some degree that Bim has been playing both sides, 50, of course, is going to fall back a little bit, especially in business.
Look, and I'm going to say this, as he should, but continue on. As he should, if that's the case. If that's the case, continue on.
If that's the case, exactly. Now, you have to remember, Prince said something that's very, very important the other night. A lot of people don't know this. Prince and Bimmy are kind of like brother-in-laws. They got children from sisters.
Facts.
The two sisters. They used to live in the same house.
Let me stop.
You know what I'm saying to you?
Let me stop you. I want you to continue on because I want the people to know. What's your name again? I want you to say everything you're saying. What's your name again? Let them know where you from because you on your shit right now. Right now, you on.
My name is Romeo Rodriguez. I'm from 146th Street, Fox Boulevard, Southside, Queens.
Now go back
you know
into Prince and
I know Tough. I know all of them.
Go back into Prince and Bimmy. You know, being like family. Go into that.
So, being that, if you notice, both of them are a little bit civilized in the way they like speak about each other. It's not like F him. They're very civilized with manners. The reason being, they're kind of like brother-in-laws in a sense because their baby mothers are sisters. So the kids are cousins. They have kids, of course, with their baby mothers, and they're all family. They're cousins. They go to birthday parties, baby showers. They hang out together, spend holidays together. So it's a little sensitive situation in terms of all of this coming out. I do feel Bim, too, to some degree, is defending himself, not on the basis of his own name, but in front of his kids. Because how do you feel when Prince kids come to the birthday party and Bim kids come to the birthday party and you feel your father put my father away for 35 years? Or you feel your father has something to do with my father being incarcerated and your father was doing the same thing my father was doing. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So it's a very delicate, sensitive situation. If you ever even notice, you never even heard P2, Preem Jr., Lil Preem, this really Bimmy in a very hardcore way. He's family too.
Correct.
So all three of these parties are all actually blood related in some manner. Actually, Bim and Prince used to live with each other. His bedroom was right here. Bim's bedroom was right there. They used to use the same bathroom, have bowel movements in the same toilet.
Wow.
Wash their hands and face in the same bathroom, and they have the same mother-in-law. So what I'm saying to you is a very delicate situation. There's a lot of pros. There's a lot of cons. I did like your interview. I believe, though, a lot of the questions, maybe you could have asked a little, some more to get some things out of him. Because number one, he didn't go to Prince's party, but then he's saying,
I asked him that, bro. You must have watched the whole interview. I
saw the interview, but he was saying that they want to throw him. him and his people want to throw him a party, but you didn't go to his welcome home party. That was a little off, and I feel that a lot of times people don't pry into that. That's the part I'm talking about. Like when he said that part, yeah, you could have threw him, which was party, but then you could have threw him your own party afterwards. What's the big deal? You're so happy. Let me your man come home.
Let me interject. He said something. He said, "Yo, I didn't go there because he fucked with a lot of dudes that I don't rock with." And me, you know how many times I get invited to stuff, and they be like, "Yo, I got such and such hosting or coming." I'm like, "Nah, I'm good. I rock with you, but I don't rock with that nigga." You dig what I'm saying? So
maybe you didn't hear me.
Yeah.
Maybe you didn't hear me.
Yeah.
That's their family, man.
Yeah, no, I know that.
Family.
But what I'm talking about,
he have a twin brother named Joe. Joe rock with people that Bimmy don't rock with.
Yeah.
But you think Bim not gonna go to Joe baby shower and all that? Nah.
Got you.
No, that's family. That's what I was saying in the beginning. Their family. It makes it different. Their family. It's not, that dude was there, I ain't going there. People who are in the know on Southside know that was off. You off on that.
Got you. Continue on.
Okay. Now, this thing is coming out so much that now Prince is saying that he himself is going to do a podcast. If in this podcast he shows that Bim was a CI and confirms from the documentary that he had with Nas that Bim did call him late in the night and asked his wife, "Is Prince there?" And when she said, "Yeah, want me to wake him up?" and he said, "Nah, don't wake him up." And then feds came and did a raid on the house. If Prince shows that, or if Prince comes out with some other evidence, this situation could really get out of hand. Because I'm going to tell you why. Prince got a lot of people that love him in the streets, and Bim got a lot of people that love him in the streets. And remember, they got family, nephews. There's a lot of nephews, especially on Bim's side. There's a lot of kids on Prince's side as well. And it could really get out of hand.
Correct.
Not from the two Bim and Prince, but from the people that is surrounding them.
Got you. Let me say this.
I want Southside is worried about.
I want to say this. Just so y'all know, the other side reached out to me. After I did the Bim interview, I was supposed to do the other side interview. You know what I'm saying? Preem and Prince. You know what I'm saying? But I had, they word it was going down. No, Rec, we come and see you first. It didn't happen. And, when we talk about people being honorable and G'd up, it goes beyond criminal shit. Your word is your word. And I want people to know the streets, the Rec mob. Okay, continue on. I just wanted to put that out there. Yeah, continue on.
Okay. Now, we have some other, everybody says paperwork. Now, Prince said something about there's three people, a rat, an informant, and a CI. And what he said about that, I felt was very important. Because if you're going to wear the cloth of a gangster and you want the pride of the streets and you like that fast money, fast cars, and those fast women that come along with it, you must also accept the responsibility of the consequences that go along with that, including jail sentences that can lead up to life imprisonment or high sentences, 20 to 25 years. You shouldn't put in jeopardy the people that are doing the same thing that you're doing just to save your own hide. And that's what they have a problem, allegedly, with Bim about. That
Oh
he
no,
walked the walk, he talked the talk.
yeah, we know that. What the issue may be.
And the thing is, the sad thing is, this is one thing I want to say. When the internet changed everything, because 10 years ago, Prince and Preem could not talk or vocalize their opinions, any documentaries, any movies, because the internet was not at that level yet. Now, they only could use a phone, and that was limited. Now, Prince is out of jail. No, Ben was saying a lot of stuff when they was locked up and the key was thrown away. And now, whatever he said before, oh, I'm cool with Preem, I'm cool with Prince, they told me to shut up, yo, I represent the team, da 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 da. Now, Prince is out, and now the game has changed. Preem even has a life sentence, and he's talking and making movies and vocalizing his thoughts and his opinion. So the game has changed when it was only one voice of the team speaking before. Now you have the two top leaders now talking verbally and frequently on the internet. And it has drastically changed from what the picture that Ben painted in the beginning. Everything was okay. Everybody's all right with him. Everybody says, yo, just keep our hopes alive, our memories. Yo, do this, do that, keep the team flowing. Now that is no longer the play. Now his character is now in huge question from the two top leaders. And that's what I think is getting the streets talking, because they couldn't talk before. They had no voice. They had no channel. Now they're talking. And the things that they are talking are putting him, Mr. James Anthony, his character, his words, they're questioning his whole theme, his whole value, and the things that he was saying are put to high question now.
Gotcha.
That's the problem.
Yep. Good assessment, my brother. I got a lot of other people I gotta get.
No problem, man. Yo, M.Reck, God bless, man.
Oh, God bless, good brother. But I want to ask you this, though, before you go. I want to just see if you that critical, because so far so good. Now, and this is my thing. To my understanding, because I'm not a paperwork, I ain't somebody that look up people paperwork. That's not what I do. I done said this for years. Whatever. I'm gonna pay one of these niggas to do that, who do that, whatever. But anyhow, what do you how do you feel about the so-called alleged lawsuits that they have on a podcaster that and I'm gonna say his initials, HC, okay? On YouTuber, actually. They got lawsuits on the homie HC. What you think about that? And because I do remember, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Chaz years ago. He was in the interview, and he's rest in peace, and he's affiliated with the Supreme team. And somebody asked him a question: how you feel about lawsuits? And he said something to the effect of, lawsuits is a form of snitching. So I'm gonna land my plane and see where you at with it on that note.
Okay. Very good question, by the way, and I forgot to get into that one. Okay. Now, I don't personally feel a lawsuit is snitching, because if Preem is stating that this information has caused some type of damage financially to his name, defamation of character, which I don't want to get into, and some other things, I feel that he has a right to file a lawsuit for damages. That's not snitching. But in all actuality, he's a convicted felon serving a life sentence, which means his character has already been defamed by his acts, whatever he was accused of. So it's going to be pretty hard and almost impossible for him to win that case. Hassan, HC can just show up without a lawyer, save himself some money, and they would have to prove how it caused his character harm or damages or loss of funds. How can you even work and substantiate a $10 million revenue or salary when you're serving a life sentence in a federal facility. So he has to prove if he could even attain that amount of money, even if it was possible. And if not, he's going to lose. So that's what I say. I don't really feel it's snitching, but I do feel the lawsuit is frivolous because he can't win it.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's snitching either. I'm just saying in terms of
I don't feel
what other people put out there that's either affiliated or people in the streets, you know, how they feel about lawsuits and shit like that. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
Nah. And the funny thing about that one is HC found out that information from Flip the Script and Bim talking. That's the funny thing about that. No one knew about that. And the other funny thing about that was Bim helped mediate. I don't want to get into the whole particulars, mediate and squash the situation where it came really to nothing. Like there were no charges filed. She never even went to the police and nothing came out of it legally or against any party. And I think Preem is a little embarrassed between you and me because his son is older now, able to understand, and the actions committed in this accusation makes him look like a real big creep.
No,
you know what I'm saying to you?
That. And I'm gonna say this.
And as a father, I have to stand by Preem on that one. I would do the same thing. Yo, man, just stay on my business, man. That's between my baby mother and me. What are you doing? My son is older now. He could hear this, and he might think bad of his father. What's wrong with you?
No, I see.
I think HC was out of line with that.
Well, so this is where I want to go with it. Now, HC, he may be getting all that information from records that was put out by a certain, you know, artist that's, I guess, co-signing them right now. You know what I mean? That we talking about. You know what I'm saying? From Southside.
Oh, got you. Oh, got you.
You see where I'm going? You see that?
Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh, right.
Come on now.
Oh, got you.
As I said, we can't move the goalposts. We gonna keep it G'd up. Let's keep it G'd up. That's what we do over here at Mrecktv. That's what I'm saying. I know.
Right.
I know that kind of stumped you. Let's keep it real. I know that kind of stumped you a little.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. Wasn't homie doing that? We gotta call it. Wasn't 50 doing that? He was saying.
Yeah. He was.
All the stuff.
He was.
HC is saying Hassan Campbell. Let's just say, because I don't got no beef with Hassan Campbell, but me and him, we definitely got to speak because we never spoke. But I definitely know somebody in his ear because he never covered my content, and you know, and I never covered his content. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Me and him speak. I feel like me and him gotta speak now at this point because this is crazy. The fact that he's even getting a lawsuit, you know what I'm saying? Because this information was been put out there, you know, on the streets, records, and all that. You dig what I'm saying? So, you know, and I say allegedly because I don't need no lawsuits from nobody.
Right. Definitely.
I say allegedly.
You don't want the headache of that.
Yeah, hell
no. But they want to deal with that.
Hell no. But we're not going to move the goalposts for nobody. You understand?
That's right.
When the Bimmy shit dropped, and even before the Bimmy shit dropped, I'ma just tell a rec mob this, the streets this, and niggas know I don't lie. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, Rec, we coming to see you first for an interview. Even before I did the Bimmy interview, when I reposted the Dame Dash shit in the Sun, he hit me. Yo, Rec, could you repost this? Yo, I reposted.
Oh, okay.
Look, this is a few weeks ago, and that's another thing. What happened with the Dame Dash? This shit was supposed to come. Remember, the doc was supposed to come out on America New Network. I was
yes, she said that.
Yeah, come on now. You know what I mean? Like I said, and we gonna get to the shit. We gonna get to the shit over here at Mrecktv. It's different. Nigga, I ain't got a dog to fight. But we gonna keep it all official over here. Your word is your word, and we ain't gonna.
Your word is your word.
We ain't gonna move the goalposts on nothing. Okay. So that's my thing. So what do you feel about that? Like, you know, the fact that that information has been circulating in the streets and on records and shit like that. And Hassan Campbell, you know, he's pretty much just speaking on what everybody else been speaking on. I guess he just did it on his platform. He got a big platform. He got a big voice. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But he don't have the biggest voice because, you know, the person who got the biggest voice put that on record.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
True. You're right. You're right about that.
But it seemed like niggas in cahoots now. Ever since Irv Gotti died too, it's looking spooky.
Yeah. That is.
Come on.
That is very, very true. That's very noticeable.
Irv is out the way now. What is some kumbaya shit going on? I don't know. Let me know. I'm trying to understand because the information we know from the streets, you know, shit got spooky out there. You know what I mean? Homie caught 9 allegedly, and you know, even with homie moms, it's some spooky shit going on with that. But you know, like I said, but niggas like to move the goalposts, and I'll be confused with this whole shit. If we gonna keep it official, let's keep it all the way official. It ain't no one-sided shit. It ain't no niggas don't rock with it. And I do recall Bim always co-signing that Ghetto Quran song for like 20 years, maybe longer. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
And he said it during my interview. So what I'm saying,
yes, he did.
Niggas pick and choose what they want to repost too.
It's true. It's true.
This is what I'm saying.
That was fire. That blew up Southside and all that. That put everybody kind of like on the map. That made them, and they was incarcerated at the time. Prince was saying, and he kind of had like that. You know, he had like that little swag of 50. That's what Prince was saying the other night.
But you just now hearing this for years.
Exactly.
It was like niggas ain't like that song. So, you know what I'm saying, so to speak. That was the rule.
They felt it was snitching. They felt it was raw snitching.
There you go. See, now we get into it. That's what I'm talking about. Okay.
It's true. That is true.
All right.
That's true.
All right, then. If we going Bill, we going Bill. We ain't gonna move the goal.
Even Baby Born Wise was saying, because he was down with Irv at the time, I think that group, Irv and them, they kind of was labeling it as, because remember they had a little rivalry with 50. They was trying to label the song as a dry snitching. And Baby Born Wise was saying, 50, we warned you anyway, and you knew what you was doing and all that. But it was a lot of mixed messages. But Bim always had an appreciation for what 50 Cent was doing. Always.
Got you.
Always.
Got you. Look, I would say it's mutual respect on all sides, regardless of if it was beef involved, regardless of niggas is former members. But we want to get to, if it's some CI shit going on, we want to get to that. If it's not, then you know what I'm saying, we want to get to that too. You feel me? So we want to get to the truth. And
I'm sure Bim wants to clear his name, not just for the streets. He's an older man now, for his family, for his kids, because they all at the end of the day got to see each other. Remember, I told you they family. So I think Ben wants to clean his name for his dignity in front of his kids and his family, because there are a whole lot of ant-niggas, a whole lot of them, you know. And he wants to clean his name of this, and I wish him well. I hope it does not come out that he's a CI. But if he did wrong, Prince is not gonna just let it slide. He spent 30-some years in jail, and if he feels that Bim, family or not, has something even to a minor level to do with it, he's gonna definitely clear it up for everybody.
Now look,
and that's what everybody waiting for.
Look, somebody said something, and we spoke on this earlier about, remember 50 and Bim announced they was doing the Supreme Team.
Yeah, I remember that.
Years ago, right? Look, somebody said, you got to remember, 50 deals with the 48 laws of power. A lot of niggas don't be peeping the optics, but I'm sharp with this shit. Somebody just put in the chat room, is 50 going to pull a Supreme series with the question mark? You feel me? So it's almost like 50 letting niggas tear each other apart, and then he just come through and swoop the rights, rock niggas to sleep. You feel what I'm saying? Because we already know the history. We already know the history. You know? So
to that, I'm gonna tell you this. Prince is out now, right? And Prince is a conservative businessman.
I'm gonna say allegedly, because we don't want no lawsuits. Niggas out here.
Yeah, allegedly. This is my opinion about this matter. allegedly Prince, because if you remember, the Supreme documentary that's out now, it's on PrinceMiller.com, it's sponsored by Vimeo. He went to a venue outside of Showtime and a lot of the big producers and markets where he could control everything. And he said that the other night, that if he can control the content where they can't water down what he's trying to portray in his series, he will roll with him. He's already talking to Nas, and he opened the door for 50, allegedly, for them two to talk. And he was saying he got about 60 or 6 hours of content, series or what have you, that he could sit down with writers and produce a Supreme Team documentary. And I think when he said that, being with the high speculation that Bim is an alleged CI, they're going to go away from Bimmy, and now they're going to offer Prince something. Because who's going to listen to a series run by Bim if over his head is the question of him being a two-faced alleged CI?
Correct.
Playing both sides against the middle with the police, talking to them boys behind the door and getting people sent up the river while he's doing the same thing for 30 plus or more years. So I think, this is my opinion, my take, Prince is going to be very selective because he wants the content to be true. And I really gained a lot of respect for him, the way he talks. He talks as if he's not about any funny business. And if a man did 34 years, I'm not 5%er, you know what I'm saying? I believe in the Lord Jesus. But I have to give the man a little bit of respect in terms of the type of, how could I say, the type of way he was speaking in terms of he wants the truth to be out. He don't have any specific vendettas against anybody. He just kind of wants to, maybe mend his ways and improve his character and improve Southside Queens, because he did a lot of damage, Southside Queens, him and his uncle. And he wants to embetter himself and finalize his future as he did better for the community and for others, to be proud of him and, to feel good about himself. So I feel that they're going to go with Prince. That's my take.
Got you. And
50 going to even offer him something, I believe.
Got you. And this is my thing, so people can know, look, if the information comes out that Bim is a CI, then he get everything he deserved. You understand what I'm saying? From the streets and everything else that come with that. You dig what I'm saying? That ain't for me.
Sad to say.
You know what I'm saying? Anybody he told on, but it has to be official. Everything has to be official. Niggas can't Niggas can't just make accusations. You understand? Because now I'm gonna say this. Now I'm gonna give niggas this gem. Remember when it came out, the snippet from the documentary, The Supreme Truth. You thinking that everything was gonna be on the documentary? That would have been the perfect time to lay everything out in terms of the CI info. And then homie, Prince, he does the interview on the podcast, and then we get spent again. We got spent on the documentary. Then we get spent on this interview he did for Thanks for Asking about the CI info and, the concrete evidence. And then homie saying it's going to be on his podcast. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, the documentary would have been the best platform to really lay all that out. That's what a documentary is for. You know what I mean? It's called documents.
Well, like I said,
look, documents. You see how that?
Got you. But you got to remember how Preem and Prince think. These guys are so-called the masters of self-defense. And what that basically means, he's not going to just put all of his coins in one basket. He's going to put a little here, a little there, a little there. They're about building something. They're not about just being a one-shot wonder. Like say you get a good film, that's your good film, and then you're gone. No, these guys want to build something. These Supreme Team leaders are a little different. That's why he was saying this. I don't know if anybody caught this. Prince said, some guy was saying Supreme said if you're going to be in this type of business, you should be prepared to have 10 years of your life in prison. You should always prepare yourself for 10 years. Prince said, what? I don't know where this guy got that from. You're supposed to have to be prepared to serve a life sentence because this is the life that we about. You know, where you all in, all hands in or no hands in. That's how these guys think, right? So
listen, that's how I think.
I know people was
that's how I
listening,
think.
and that's how you think, and that's how you think.
Hear me out. I got a record called All In. Okay. So
Okay. All right.
And I got
China Black. That one. The one with the girl.
Yeah.
I love that, man. That's my G.
Listen, and everybody know I'm all in. When it comes to this, I'm unbiased with this. That's what I'm saying. But continue on. Look, that's what I'm gonna do because I got some other people calling. You can call back.
No problem, man.
Let the people know who you be real quick and where you from, real quick.
Oh, me again?
Yeah. Just let the people know. For the people.
Oh, okay. My name is Romeo Rodriguez from Southside Queens, 146th Street, Fox Boulevard, Southside Queens.
No doubt. All right, family. Appreciate you, Romeo.
All right.
Peace. Let's get it. We got a lot of people calling and the lines on fire, and we only dealing with critical thinking. We're gonna have real talk. Run the lights up. This is the live show. Hold on. Before I take any calls, if the likes is not at 1,000, I'm gonna end this live right now. If the likes is not at 1,000, I'm gonna end this live right now. Just because y'all playing with me. Okay, run the lights up. The like button is free. Okay, let's get it. Hold on 1 second, caller. We want to make sure these likes is going up because they being disrespectful. Okay, you ain't gonna get another show like this. Ain't no glazing, and we ain't moving the goalposts. We call it down the middle. Okay, nobody can tell me what to do, how to do it. I'm the blueprint for this shit. Respectfully. Okay, hold on 1 second, caller. I just want to look at the likes. Cash App, $ Mrecktv, and all the other info is on the ticker at the bottom. Okay. Nah, the likes ain't really moved. Run the likes up. Let's get the likes up, y'all. Let's get the likes up. All right, caller. Let's get to it. State your name, where you calling from.
What's poppin', man? This is JR from the Lower. You already know. Peace to the Rec Mob, peace SJ, and peace M.Reck. And get them likes up, man. Last I checked, it was around three and change, and we got like 1,200, 1,500 watching. What's going on with that?
Yeah.
It's a great disparity.
Nah, it's all good. We got my brother JR on the line from the Lower. JR, I'm gonna let you take it away, man. How you feel about the 50 Cent post, the last two posters he posted, the time and everything? I'm gonna let you do what you do.
Well, you know, first and foremost, man, you know what 50 doing. He always eye hustling. He always, you know, watching and peeking around. So I know when I seen that clip with Prince saying like not closing the door, when they asked him in the shop, like, oh, would you work with 50? That was very interesting when I heard him not close the door. And you said something real interesting just a minute ago, bro. You broke something that since Irv been gone, people getting real comfortable. And I it's funny. So let me ask you, man. Well, I'm not even gonna ask you this. I'm gonna make a statement, and this is all alleged. But I really feel like was he the nail? Because 50 never said nothing like disrespectful to Preem. If you ever noticed, he actually said like, "Oh, one thing about Preem, he lived the way he lived."
No.
The way,
No, he did. He gave him respect, but also he said a lot of disrespectful shits. Said he hoped the nigga die in there. Remember that?
I mean,
they don't get no.
We already know what that.
We don't get no more disrespectful than that. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, we know what it is.
Don't say allegedly because niggas gonna like, niggas like scrubbing the internet, and then niggas like pointing, moving the goal.
No.
Post.
First and foremost, I heard that. I heard that too. So that is very true what you said. So I mean, it's alleged, but I heard it too.
Yeah, but niggas out here doing the most with lawsuits. But continue on.
What I'm saying though is that in the terms of how we built that out here in the street, he always gave that man his due respect. He never
Right.
tried to, you know, say he wasn't who he was. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He said a lot of things because, you know, look, they had static, they had smoke. But
Correct.
at the same time, he always gave, you know, a certain level of respect and a certain
Yes.
level of homage. He never tried to
Yes.
steal who the man was. And
Yes.
I do feel like, you know, Prince sees that. He feels that, he sees that.
Right.
They all from the same area. They all from the same cloth. So it's like, listen, you know. So it was very interesting that when you said that about Irv, though, because it has been a little bit. No, I haven't heard nobody say that. Number one, nobody had that take, and number two, it is very, very true that like things have been kind of weakening here a little bit lately. I pray that Bimmy is not on no funny business. You know, hearing that was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I always had like, you know, always thought Bimmy was, you know, a real one. I don't want to take it away from him because
we don't know, but we hope that that's not the case. We hope.
I seen your interview with him. I seen your interview with him. That joint was fire.
Salute.
By the way, that was a fire interview.
Salute.
So it's just right now. First of all, I don't think it's gonna go to 50. I don't think Dame is gonna be involved in those. I don't think Dame got the juice to help Prince. But I do hope he gets to walk it in somewhere. Maybe Nas can help him walk it in somewhere or something like that. Open the door for him, and you know, and we can get that because you know, they got a lot of stories to tell. I root for Prince. Prince, he comes off. I never, you know, met the man or seen the man before this point right now, but when I seen that interview, I was like, damn, son, come off like a true G. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you know what I mean? He ain't cut no corners. He ain't try to sneak diss nobody. I didn't feel, you know, I ain't feel nothing off of him. No spooky business off of him. You feel me?
And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Bim didn't say, yo, Rec, you can't ask me this. And I'm gonna tell you, this is how real it is, right? Because I'm gonna lay it out with everybody, with Bim, even in the other side, because I was supposed to interview them first. Like outside of that information coming out on Bim allegedly. Let's just say, you know, allegedly, with the accusations they put out on Bim, right? So that was I've been in talks. And if you go to Supreme page, I don't know if they deleted it. You see Mrecktv was the only post from media he had on his page, on his official IG. You see the big Mrecktv letters. Okay, so with Bim, when I spoke, shouts to the King of New Jersey, BT,
shouts to him,
BTV, and all that. He in the chat room. He did the interview with me. He the one that set it up. So salute to him. Mind you, I do know Bim, but I haven't spoken to Bim in maybe 6 months to a year, whatever. But so homie just hit me out the blue. He like, yo, I got Bimmy on the line. Yo, I'm about to do the interview with Bim. You want to do it with me? I'm like, why not? So this is like, I want to say 3:30. So I said, yo, what time we doing the interview? It's 3:30 p.m. Bim said we could do this shit at 5. Ready to go. Like, mind you, I said, nah, I gotta get me a haircut and all that. And Bim said, well, I just want to watch the game so we can, you know, lock in for an hour or so, whatever. So what I did, I went to go get a haircut. I had to wait. So I had to hit Bim back like, yo, look, let's do it at 9:30. I want to do it on this other platform. I don't want to do it on StreamYard. The other platform that I got is much better than StreamYard. You know what I mean? That's why you was able to see this shit in 4K. You dig what I'm saying? So
it was a very good interview.
Thank you, bro. And mind you, I didn't prepare none of these questions at all. This is all on the spot. I had to get myself together because I had new software. I had to figure all that out. So I didn't even have time to, you know, what questions I'm at. Everything was off the top. You know what I mean? But I knew, I told Bim, I said, yo, look, I'm not going to, you know, it's not going to be a safe interview. You know what I'm saying? I asked them all the tough questions. You know what I mean? Whether niggas want to give it up or not. You know what I mean? You would think, you know, I had something towards them. I said, yo, Bim, this is not personal. But I'm going to ask you why you didn't go. You know, I didn't even say what I was going to ask him. I just did it in the interview. You know what I mean? And you heard it. Yo, being that, you know, you said homies in hell, You don't feel like you want to get homie a good lawyer. You digging what I'm saying? I went there with him. You feel what I'm saying? I went there. Just, you know, if you know the interview, you know the interview. I'm not gonna go give you a play-by-play. You got to go see the interview. You know what I'm saying?
No, it was raw. It was raw.
Salute. So I'm gonna let you do what you do. So we here now because everybody, they was waiting on 50 Cent to respond. So now 50 Cent post was very, very subliminal. But if you know how to read it, which we do over here at Rec Mob, because just when everybody, you know, was out the loop with the whole Little Meech and Big Meech shit with the Rick Ross shit, you know, I broke that. I said, yo, that flyer that Little Meech posted on his page with the Welcome Home concert for Big Meech and Rick Ross performing, I said, that shit ain't gonna end well with 50. And a lot of people from Detroit, a lot of people just from everywhere called me and say, nah, Rec, Big Meech is a boss. He ain't Tony Yayo. 50 ain't studying that. Nah, Big Meech don't have to, you know, he's not like Tony Yayo on them. I was like, word? I say less. I said,
okay. Okay.
I said, that's PG for me in a week or so. And what happened? What happened, JR?
It wasn't even a week, my G. Let's keep it real. The rat came up, what, like the next, like 2 days later? He posted the rat. It was like 2 days.
Yeah.
Literally like 2 days.
Yeah. With the whole what's her name? Collins. Tammy.
Cohen. Tammy Collins or something like that.
Some shit like that. 50 started posting.
But remember, the first thing he did was subliminal. It was the rat.
Yeah.
You just put up a rat.
Yeah.
Remember, it was mad subliminal.
Yeah.
Right? And that came like in 2 days. So
correct.
You know, that's why I say he always watching. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
I don't know if he got a person who does this for him or what, but he always watching. And I know he peeped I know he peeped your interview, number one. That interview was blazing.
Thank you.
Blazing hot. Okay. So I know he seen that interview and was ear hustling and was like, oh, this nigga. And then I know he also I'm gonna
say this though, because you know niggas love numbers, and respectfully, with the interview and the clips I put out on social media and everybody who robbed me, it's like 500K. Because it was niggas who ripped the interview and put it on IG, YouTube, TikTok, and all that. So, you know, even with my numbers alone, it's like 300K. But with all the, with all the bootleg clips that niggas put out ripping my shit, we like 500K plus in like a couple of days or so. So, you know, it is what it is. But continue on.
Yeah, but you know, he always watching. He always eye hustling. And I know that he's seen that, and that putting up that Al Sharpton was definitely a sublime. That Al Sharpton information been out for a minute.
Come on now.
That's not new. You dig what I'm saying? That's not new at all.
And I said that during the intro of this live, but keep going, bro.
So like that first was a subliminal, and then to put Prince directly after that.
Come on.
Because again, the bottom line is, and I've been saying this. Like, this is why I was trying to make the suggestion when I was saying with Preem. Even though he don't really rock with them, he understands that they from the same cloth and they live by the same code of ethics.
Correct.
So if you didn't break those ethics, even though he may not rock with you, because I don't believe that even though they asked him the question, I don't believe 50 going to do no Preem documentary. I'm dead serious. I don't think he's going to do it. But that doesn't mean that he gonna try to soil their name of a real one. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna soil the name of a real one, and he's always gonna expose the rats, no matter who.
Correct, as he should.
Even if it's one of his, even if it's one of his mans, even if it's somebody he kicking with, he always gonna expose. Remember, he was running around with 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine snitch. Poof, dude disappeared like you know what I'm saying, like a fart in the wind.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
No 6ix9ine. That nigga was like, "Whoa, no, I'm gone." Nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You there, JR?
To me, you showed this consistency over the years, bro. That's how I feel. Like, you know, I don't want to plug your lines up. I want to keep hearing everybody talk. But yo, that assessment you broke down early, I was like, wow. Yo, I didn't hear nobody really touch on that. I'm very interested to hear Like even like to be honest, I'm very interested to hear even from a dude like Ja Rule what he feel like hearing some of this stuff. Like
It's funny,
I know
that you say that. Salute to Sensei Rip, Forgotten Kings TV. Go subscribe to that. Forgotten Kings TV 2.0. He said, "Yo, Rec, you need to interview Ja Rule." You know, I interviewed Ja Rule years ago or whatever, because with the fact that it seemed like niggas on some kumbaya shit for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? We want to know how Ja Rule feels at this time. You dig what I'm saying? The fact that Irv is gone, and you know what I mean? Like,
for the first time that Dave Chappelle joke don't matter, right? Don't match up. What do we think about? What the hell we care what Ja Rule think at a time like this?
The time we care about what Ja Rule think. You feel me?
Facts.
So,
facts.
So,
but yo, try to get that, man. I'm really interested because you hit something that I think is really interesting, bro. Like,
Look.
and I ain't hear that take nowhere, bro. I was like, damn, this nigga Reck is on one.
Listen.
Like, I was actually curious if you talked to somebody behind the scenes or something with that kind of take.
Look.
I was like, damn.
Yo, bro, this is just me being a critical thinker like we do. I mean, JR, this ain't nothing new. We talked about the big meat shit, you know, and just multiple things, you know, outside of 50, just in general. You know what I'm saying? This is why the show's the show. This is why the Rec Mob is the Rec Mob. JR is JR. M.Reck is M.Reck. Flat is flat. We all critical thinkers. Janie B and multiple, you know, songs by Alicia, you know, Jose,
Right.
you know, Tyson, you know, we critical thinkers. Why you think? Look, think about it. Outside of me being who I am, the world knows the Rec Mob. You see, like, even like, think about it, right? Outside of all this shit that niggas is talking, everybody salute the Rec Mob. Even during the Bim interview, you know, I say salute to the Rec Mob.
Nah, he
and
definitely
like
saluted.
everybody in unison. Myself, King of New Jersey, Ben, because it's like that shit is a thing. I be trying to tell niggas that shit is a wave. All right, we went to Vegas. When I tell you, bro, anywhere I go, down south, overseas, yo, Rec, I'm Rec Mob, or niggas be screaming it. Mrecktv, the babies, it's different. It's different. So I tell niggas like, yo, I am the blueprint of this, and I'm not even styling right now. I'm showing niggas how to think about it, right? When you think about the Rec Mob, you see how Nicki Minaj got the barbs and Beyonce got the beehive. That's what we is. You know what I'm saying? And it's in that vein. You feel me? It's in that vein. So, you know, and it's different. I see other niggas try to get their little, you know, Rec Mob, you know, copy, you know, like niggas try to, you know, do their little gang shit. Nah, this shit is natural.
Yeah, they try to bite the
loop.
you know what I mean? They try to bite the loop, you know what I'm saying?
They try to bite the loop. So, but you know, it is what it is. You know, we are the blueprint, you know, for your favorite rapper doing interviews, for artists doing artist interviews. Niggas, I see a lot of shit. Niggas is really playing with it. Yo, my niggas, y'all cannot rewrite history. I'm the first artist that was going off on this radio interviewing niggas on this internet from this perspective, doing 2-hour in-depth interviews, okay? Making this shit cool, street, and official. Y'all niggas is not gonna rewrite history. I'm here. And that's why I can do a Kevin Hart interview when he's speaking on his liquor, and then do a Bimmy interview, fuck up the streets. However y'all want to do it, okay? I could do it, and that was in a club. I could do it in a production studio. I could do it in a club. I could do this shit on a Zoom or whatever, StreamYard, whatever. However you want to do it, in the streets, DVD style. What you want to do? I don't need a host. I could do this shit for Dolo. I don't need.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Since I seen that interview, that's the only thing that be popping up. Mad different cats talking about the whole Bimmy situation. I swear, like I was like, yo, this is crazy.
This is a fact. Look, JR, this is what we're gonna do. Tap in, appreciate you. Tap back in.
I appreciate you, brother, and peace and shout out to the Kings of New Jersey, and I appreciate him.
Salute.
And peace to the Rec Mob, peace to Jay and M.Reck. Keep going, brother.
No doubt. Love, bro. Let's get it. Run the lights up. Shouts to the King of New Jersey. He's the one that set up the interview with Bimmy with me. Peace.
Hey, peace. What's going on?
Everything good. Talk to me, fam.
Yeah. I was listening to your interview, right?
All right, hold
And that's
on, bro. Hold on. We need you to speak directly. Yeah, I don't know if you got us on speaker. I don't know if you got us on speaker or
I was listening to that interview, right?
Uh-huh.
On the Bimmy situation.
Uh-huh.
You got dudes like myself who was in there with Pring from since the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Tommy was down together from since Petersburg to Allenwood to everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lewisburg, everything. We've been knew about that, but back in those days, they didn't have the paperwork for CIs. When you was getting locked up, they only had like the paperwork for saying like the PSIs, that was pre-sentencing reports. They didn't even give you the documents back in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? When me and Preem was in there, me and him was in Hollywood together.
Mm-hmm.
And C-Dorm in Hollywood. So we've been knew about it because they was giving him documents from the street.
Mm.
And then Tommy from Queens was in there too on tax evasion. So even Tommy knew about it. But nobody really wanted to send word out there because we ain't had the cell phone back then.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't had the cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
And that time, you had D.C. and you had New York warring against each other. So Bimmy had a lot of dudes that was from D.C. that was already in the feds. So Preem was like stuck. It was just him and Max together. So he really had no way to get the word out. Plus, he was trying to do the music stuff in the business inside there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But Tommy, if you know about Tommy's situation with the tax evasion, they already knew the message. So been in the street that Bimmy was doing it. But they didn't have you didn't have law documents like you got today where you could go on the internet. We didn't have that back in the days. You only had your pre-sentence report. That was what you said in court.
Got you.
So it's been out there. You know what I mean? Today's a different ball game than it was in the 90s.
Understood.
You know what I mean? So a lot of times you only knew from the crew you was around in Brooklyn or you was around in Queens. The crew around the block knew. Because they didn't really have to spread all the way to LA or spread. It wasn't going that far. It was like block to block in New York in those days in the 90s and 88. You know what I mean? If you was in Flatbush, you knew what was going on in Flatbush. And all the stick-up kids knew each other. So everybody knew who was doing what on the streets from inside the joint. You know what I mean? I just wanted to lay that out there like that. So when they was talking about confidential informant, that's true. That is true. Because back then when you was pleading guilty, your co-defendant didn't even know you were pleading guilty. He didn't even have your paperwork until you got sentenced.
Got you.
You know what I mean? So I just wanted to lay that out there like that. For the old timers who know what's going on in the feds. That's how it was. You have to go up in the law library, and when you went up in the law library, you still ain't see nothing about your co-defendants until you was on the yard. And then you could have 3 co-defendants that snitched on each other in the same yard. So for those that say, nah, it's co-defendants with the city snitch, nah. They were sending co-defendants with each other on the yard that they knew snitched together. So the niggas always keep the word like, nah, he ain't do this, he ain't do that. For all 3 of them to get out.
Got you. I appreciate.
That's how it was back in the days. You know what I mean? I just wanted to say that real quick, man.
I appreciate you. What's your name?
All right, peace, man. Peace.
What's your name?
Andrew.
All right, Andrew. Salute. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get it. Run the lights up. We want to talk to the streets, okay? Do not block your number because you will get blocked, okay? We not doing no mystery shit, okay? We only dealing with Peace. What's going on? Who this?
Just a regular person, man. So listen, I got one thing that I want the people to really think about. Sometimes you don't need paperwork for a rat.
Facts.
All you gotta do is let them talk. So Bimmy might not be a rat on that Preem case or whatever, I don't know, but he's still music, bro. How you tell the story that's on the paperwork? That's all I gotta say. He told the story, and that was the same story that was in the paperwork. No, everybody keeps overlooking that. How do you tell the story? They cut Zip off on Gully TV. They cut him, or whatever. They cut him off. Then he tells the story, and it's the same story that's in the paperwork. Come on, man. I mean, come on, man. I don't need no paperwork. I don't need no paperwork.
Got you.
How do you tell the same story that's in the document that they're accusing you of being a rat, and you tell the same story, and nobody wants to talk about that. They're like, nah, well, how do it don't say his name on the pre? Yeah, because he's a confidential informant. It's not going to say his name. They're not going to burn him. His life is at risk. They're gonna. Are you kidding me? You think they're going to burn? I mean, I don't know about the Preem case. I don't know nothing about that. All I know is about that Troy, the Mark Pearson, and all that. He definitely told, man.
Hey,
listen. I don't need no paper. There's no paperwork.
I'm gonna say this: if he told, you got to get held to the fire. Simple. It is what it is.
No. But Reck, forget that it's Bimmy. Forget that it's Bimmy.
I don't care. Look, I don't care who it is.
Right. No. I'm just saying. No, hear me out. I'm gonna just lay something out real quick. Forget it's Bimmy. Me and you are in the hood somewhere on the corner of Gates and Palchet. We're chilling. We at the corner store. Duke, this dude told, man. This nigga told. Blah blah blah. Word. Yeah, he told. I'm telling you, he told. He's this and this, and the nigga shows us the paperwork. M.Reck. We read the paperwork. 3 days later, we going to Marcy or something to get some blood. We run into the nigga. Yo, what's up? This nigga's over here saying you told. Nah, yo, he said like this. Go watch that Gully TV. I'm gonna tell you what happened. I was in front of the building, and then cause I'm popular, so the boy, I just told him, all I do is music, and then this, and then I was walking over here, and I seen this person on the ground, this and that, and blah, 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 and blah, 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 and me and you are like, damn, nigga, that's what we read in the paperwork. Well, and it's ironic that you told the nigga that your music, and the nigga's name is CI Music. So I don't need no paperwork, man. Bimmy's a rat. I don't care what anybody says, man. He told us he's a rat. Watch the Gully TV. Nah, man. Nah, man. I'm gonna tell you what happened. How do you know what's in the document, man? Come on, the IQ level's got to go up now.
Hey, listen. If it is, it's gonna get spooky.
I already convinced you, my nigga. I already know what you're doing right now, but I convinced you already.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. A lot of these niggas on YouTube, I don't trust these niggas and they paperwork. So it got to come from somewhere official. I don't trust these dusty.
No. I understand that, but listen.
I trust these dusties.
Okay, no. I got you. Hold on, because I got to go actually. But hold on, Reck. I understand that. But how are you still telling the same story in that paperwork?
Well,
if we made up the story, and me and you made up the story about him, how the hell is he's gonna tell the story that we made? How did he know?
Look, I'm gonna say this. I never saw that paperwork. I never even heard that story, so I can't even. You know what I'm saying? But I will do my homework. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
Yeah, just watch that Gully TV. And then when Zip was trying, but they kept cutting him off or something. They cut him off. He got off there.
Got you.
But Zip was already. But hold on, so a little backstory before you do your. Zip was already talking about this. So why are you going to tell the same story that's fake?
Got you.
I mean, I don't know what to say, man. This is common sense. The niggas
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's I'm gonna say this just so you know. I know you mentioned a lot of niggas. A lot of niggas try to go around what I do. And I'm the reason why they even doing this shit and even can eat off this
nigga, shit. You been around since nigga, come on, man. Force DVD, nigga, Dougie Diamonds. Look, come on, man. Let's keep it real.
Let me but even with that situation, I tell niggas I'm the origin, the genesis. Okay. So when I do something, you see somebody copy, you know what it is. Okay. And niggas don't salute, you know what it is. So I don't even respectfully, you ain't gotta mention nobody because if niggas is not covering my shit, niggas is moving funny. You know what I mean? Niggas know what it is.
Facts.
So that I'm gonna do my homework and we're gonna keep it like that. We wreck mob over here. Feel me?
Yeah, I got you, man.
I appreciate you though.
All right, Reck, give me the opportunity. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to talk. But remember that Gully
Yeah, like I said,
interview is very crucial.
you ain't gotta. I'm gonna do my homework. You ain't gotta mention nobody shit over here.
No, I got you. I know. I understand, but
They act like they don't
the
see.
facts are the facts.
Yeah, I got you. Same way they act like they.
All right, M.Reck. Good luck, bro.
All right, salute. Let's get it. I'm playing the same game. Okay. I'm just not with it. You know, I don't give a fuck. Are you a superstar rapper? Y'all want to repost who y'all want to repost and, move the goalposts and all that. We're not doing none of that shit over here. We're going to keep it all the way a stack. I'm going to get Flat back on the line too. Let's get it. Run the likes up. Salute. And I'm going to be honest. If we going to talk about, we'll get to that paperwork, but let's talk about financial literacy paperwork. You know what I'm saying? That's the conversations I want to be having. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all know I'm into that. Make sure y'all get that Mrecktv token of Coinbase. That's the shit I want to talk about. Financial literacy paperwork. Okay? Your credit paperwork. This shit, we get to this just because we want to know who's who. We want to know who's a snitch, who's a CI. Yeah, okay. But I want to get to that real shit that builds generational wealth. Niggas ain't talking about that shit. Okay? That's the real shit. That's the shit that's going to not only feed the babies, teach the babies and how to feed their family. This shit does nothing. What's that? Peace.
Peace and love, M.Reck. How you doing?
Peace and love. Songs by Lisa. How you?
I am wonderful. Very grateful.
That's good. Good to hear your voice. Well, talk to me. What's your thought?
I want to say that that interview was superb, M.Reck.
Thank you.
Shout out to you as well as Born.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Born did his thing.
There in the interview, but you guys asked wonderful questions.
Thank you.
And you allowed him to answer. You didn't coach. There was no favoritism. It was straight what it was. You gave the people, and they're able to make their own determination based off of body language, what he said, the questions that you guys asked. You guys went above and beyond in doing your job.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
And I just wanted to let you know that I noticed it, just like you said. As soon as you did the interview, then all of a sudden, everybody wanted to interview Bimmy. And then you also, there were people that were using your video. And I was like on my ish one day, and I saw somebody had pulled your video, so I was like, they don't shout out M.Reck, I'm finna be in these comments showing out, right? And I gotta say, M.Reck, I don't know if you know this, but Smoke News TV, he shouted out and saluted you and Born so many times.
Well, salute to him. Salute to him, because Born did tell me. Born told me he was one of the ones that kept it official. I believe the answer. He shouted me out. He covered something with Whack and along with the whole Prince and Bimmy situation. I seen a few people, doing the right thing. Harlem Legend TV, even though he blowed out my face, I didn't like that, and I told him that in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Don't block out the face card. You know what I mean? That face card gonna help you get a lot of ladies on your YouTube, my man. You know what I mean? Don't block my face.
Right?
Yeah, what you doing, bro? You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But I wanted to address this whole 50 Cent breaking his silence but being subliminal. What's your thoughts on it?
So the thing about this is also I want you to notice. So Al Sharpton was exposed right around this time. Remember, it was the late 80s when they exposed him. And this happened 85. So it's twofold the way he's hitting with the subliminal. Same time, different person, same message. So, and then at the same time, he's also being very careful. He's not coming outright and saying it because you have to be certain. You can't ruin somebody's reputation or put somebody's life on the line and say something that could potentially be very dangerous for them, and you're not all the way right and exact. So this was his way of kind of throwing it out there, but not outright saying it, and he's going to allow the ones that are involved to expose it if it's a fact. In reference to Prince, you know, he did the interview and people thought they were going to get the answers in the interview, but then he swerved it and said, you gonna have to come to my channel. So is it a problem or are you marketing?
Talk about it.
Because this is serious. So yes, you have the right to build your channel, and you have the right to, and you served 35 years, so however you want to handle your business, you have the right to handle your business.
Correct.
The way you want to handle your business. Nobody has a say-so in that. All that being said, we see what you're doing. And then how long are you going to drag this out as far as when people do come to your channel to get the answers? And here's the other reality. There's a lot of people that love and respect Bimmy. And in the situation of confidential informant, you may or may not have paperwork. A lot of times there is no paperwork.
Correct.
But if you don't have something that is very solidified, aside from you just saying he did this, it's not gonna go, because you have your respect in the streets, but he has his respect too.
Correct.
And it's on top of that with the music. So you're not gonna just be able to just say that he did it. And where's your proof that his code name is music? You're gonna have to give this information, because people are not gonna just accept that. And as they shouldn't, because this could mean somebody's life. This is somebody's reputation. This could put this man in danger.
Correct.
This is already caused problems. You know, there's family involved. So, you know, it's ugly. It really is. And, you know, I wouldn't wish this on anybody, you know, and that's as far as I'm going to go with it, you know, but people play too much, and they need to stop playing, you know, because a lot of people, they get involved in this to basically run up a check, but this is serious business.
Facts. Man, I wish I could tell y'all what goes on behind the scenes. If I was to tell y'all what goes on behind the scenes, it would blow your mind. But you on point. That's all I'm gonna say. You super on point. Man.
Absolutely.
You super on point. If I was man. Woo.
I peep game Ray. You know, I'm not just a truck driver, and I always wasn't a truck driver, and we're gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, we're gonna leave it as that. But once again, great assessment as always. You always drop platinum nuggets. Songs by Alicia. Thank you so much.
Much love, M.Reck.
Much love.
Shout out to Corn and shout out to the Wreck Mob.
To the Wreck Mob and salute to all my truckers. Thank you, Queen. Be safe out there.
Peace.
All right, peace. Man, shouts to Songs by Alicia, always dropping platinum nuggets. That's why I love doing my live show. I love doing, you know, interviews and, of course, movies and film and being an artist. Man, like, I love what I do, and I do this shit. And I do this shit, and I ain't got to answer to nobody. That's the illest part. You know what I'm saying? So call us, state your name and where you calling from. Let's get it.
Yo, what's goody? What's goody? Calling out of Harlem. Panther Jones. What's good, M.Reck?
Panther Jones, man, where you been at, man? You been in the bushes? Because I haven't even been hearing from you. It's been a minute. It's been a
Nah,
minute.
you know, I've been chilling.
Okay.
Been chilling, taking care of the family, taking care of business, you know.
Okay.
Staying blessed.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I mean?
Let's get right to it, man. What's your thoughts on 50 Cent breaking his silence? And let's go into it.
All right, man. I don't, you know what I mean? I might come off like yeah, you know how I like to be. I think a lot of people's like kind of being like, not to say like I'm on baby side, because really not, and like this ain't got nothing to do with me. But I kind of think like people being like on some yes men type of crap right now. And I also think
on what side?
Prince is playing
On what side?
for Prince. Yeah, and I also think Prince is playing chess right now because you know he not in the best position right now. You know, at 50, he's the man, and he's been in the man for a long time. So for him to put himself in a position to say he never liked that song and to come at 50 would be like won't even be good for him right now. So I think you know he playing chess right now, and yeah, he gonna. That's what I think. I think he's just playing chess. I don't even think. Actually, I don't even think he liked that song. I just think he playing chess. But what I really wanted to call in about, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to call in about what you think about the indictment with the NBA players and them being connected with the
What's
mob.
crazy? I didn't have time to lock in with that. I was actually moving around today. I heard about it, but I didn't get a chance to tap in. Man, put me on the game. What's really going on with that? Chauncey Billups, right? And
oh man, this is serious, bro. I'm talking about they talking about Chauncey and the NBA. Well, Chauncey and I forgot the other dude, but the last name is Jones. But basically, they connected with the Javinci Mafia, and they connected with one of them other old mafias. But you know they disappeared, but they still connected. They're still doing the underworld gambling joint. You know what I'm saying? So basically, they saying they was setting up scamming joints. Like Chauncey was coming to like gambling spots for local people to gamble with him, but they had special tables and special chips. So basically, they was calling them fish, and they called it the Operation Bet and Operation Blackjack. That's what the feds is naming it. So Chauncey and them, they was scamming people, and then they're saying that, yeah, basically they saying they connected with the feds, and they said they got stuff with people that's like, it's a 30 indictment, a 30-page, 30 people being indicted, and they also said a couple of NBA players is involved with that joint, and like I said, they connected with the mob. They got the mob, a couple of mob ties, real mob ties, and yeah, it's bad.
Wow.
It's real bad.
Wow.
Like this is going to be bigger than Diddy joint because the mob is involved, and you know it's going to be protected custody and witness protection program. It's going to be nasty. It's going to be nasty.
Got you, man. I appreciate you putting me on the game, man, and thank you for tapping in, man. I'm gonna get to some more callers and shit because I didn't even know the time went that fast, man. We've been on almost a hour 40. Damn, time be flying. I gotta get my man Flat back on. So Panther Jones, man, appreciate you tapping in, bro. Salute.
You already know. You're ready.
Run the lights up. We're gonna do these calls quick. We got a lot of people calling up. Run the lights up. Peace.
Peace.
Who this?
How you doing?
I'm good, brother. You sound far away, my brother.
Yeah, I'm I got. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, much better.
This is Deuce.
Okay, talk to me.
All right. Just want to say I ain't gonna lie, this is nasty work. Nasty work. One thing I can say though about everybody with the work, how the feds work. The funny thing is, did Preem on the first charge? Did he take a plea or did he go to trial on the first one? I know he went to trial on the second one, but did he take a plea on the first one?
See, I don't know. Like, I don't do the paperwork parties and shit like that. What I'm gonna do, this is what I'm gonna do. if anybody who's a paperwork connoisseur, you want to do that for Mrecktv, email Mrecktv submissions at gmail.com. If you somebody that really do your homework, really do this shit at a high level, not on this dusty nigga shit, not somebody who got an agenda, somebody who do this shit and really on some critical thinking shit and don't have a dog in the fight, holla at me. Email Mrecktv submissions at gmail.com. But yeah, continue on, bro. Sorry about that. I got to put that out.
Yeah, not a problem. Nah, because you're exactly right on that. Because what I do know with the feds, all right, so how it works is if you took a plea, it's always they're going to give you discovery, but it's going to say CI1, CI2, right?
Mm-hmm.
It'll say CI1, but the person who is actually in it, they know who it is because it'll say CI1 on Sunday at 7:00. Called the defendant and said, meet me at the 7-Eleven at 3:00 and bring me 3 beers. You see what I'm saying? So the hardest part about trying to prove it, if they took a plea, is it's always going to say CI. Now, if they took it to trial, then of course that CI is going to have to go on the stand, and that's why they always that's why the feds try to always make you plea. So I guess that's why sometimes when they say, yeah, show me the work, a lot of them are going to know that they're not going to be able to show work if that person took a plea.
Understood.
You got to see, and that's not saying that he's guilty, that he did it. Because again, I don't got a dog in the fight, just like you said. I don't know neither one of them, and it makes nothing to me. But I do hear that all the time, as far as like show that work, and they know that they ain't gonna be able to show the work because the person took a plea.
Correct.
But again, but in the end of the day, like if it was you, if I called you right now at this time, and then they read out this transcript, you're gonna know exactly who the hell you was talking to.
Got you.
Like you gonna know who you was talking to. I think that's what it is. So like I said, I hope it's not true. I'll be honest with you on that one, but I can't really see them lying on that because they will know. But I ain't gonna take too much of your time. I just wanted to ask that and say that.
I appreciate you, good brother. Thank you.
All right.
All right, peace. Let's get it. Salute the SJ in the building. Run the lights up. Run the lights up. This is the live show. Okay? Live show, unbiased, critical thinkers over here. No glazes. Pause. Let's get it. Peace.
What up, though?
Is the person I wanted to hear from. What up, though? Yeah, you hot in these streets, JDB. You hot in these streets. Wreck is a thing. JDB is a thing out here.
You better believe it. And I'm just gonna tell you this. I watched that interview, M.Reck, and by the way, it was a great interview.
Thank you.
But that nigga was curving your questions like crazy.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like, and he was pausing to think of something to say. Like, I got so many calls after that, it was like crazy. Like,
think about this. In all fairness, not with him, but anybody. When I interview somebody like a real in-depth interview, I be stumping people because they not expecting those questions. Those are tough questions. You understand?
Yeah, but wait a minute though. When you asked him a specific question, he curved it. When you brought up taking care of them, I don't really speak their name because I don't know them like that. But when you talked about bringing up his higher ups,
yeah,
he and taking care of and the other guy, the other guy that was interviewing, he asked him a question about what do they be asking you for? Like, it don't take a long time to say you ain't got the money.
Yeah,
it don't take a long. I'm just saying, M.Reck.
Well,
this wasn't what you said. If you ask me right now, the nigga that I was, and let's just be clear, I was with one of the people that was over Young Boys Incorporated. If you ask me what did I have to do for him, I could just name that shit right off right now. No thought. So he shouldn't have had to think that long about it. That's just from where I come from.
Got you.
So, but this is the interview was phenomenal, like always.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But my thing is, That dog on 50, he always seemed to try to keep his foot in the gate to try to get something out of it. This ain't about exposing nobody for him. And it's just my opinion. This is my opinion. But go with me here on this.
Okay.
He just lost one of his biggest shows. He trying to put another show right in the pot. But he done lost his street cred. People don't believe him no more. He done turned on too many people. And I don't know this guy, Prince, but he don't seem like a stupid guy to me.
Correct.
He seems like a very wise guy to me. And the way he play bosses, he like the Sun people. 50 Cent though. It seemed like a whole nother play to me.
No, you're not wilding. That's all I'm about to say. You're not wilding. You smart. You know what I mean? You're smart. It's definitely a whole nother play. And like I mentioned earlier, and I'm gonna say it again because I know a lot of people just now coming in the room, run the lights up. It was a time where 50 and Bimmy announced they was doing a Supreme Team series or documentary or something like that years ago. So you're not wild. Right. You're not wilding.
So he always trying to tell somebody else's story. Why don't he tell his story? And not get rich or die. Why don't he tell intricate parts of his story? Why he trying to put everybody else out? From what everybody's saying to me, Boo Boo got a whole lot of stuff that he could put out there that would make everybody watch. Why he always trying to tell somebody else's story? Why you always trying to get somebody else locked up?
Well, some people will say Raising Kanan and Get Rich or Die Trying the movie is his story. You know what I mean? So, but he's going to tell it how you know what I mean?
M.Reck, that's the same way it would be if like you said, you know a way for me to get my story out there and then not to come back on me. But when he's telling somebody else's story, i.e. Big Meech, he's telling factual stuff.
I see.
So what I'm saying is, don't do your story and you hold doing somebody else's.
Understood.
That's my point in this.
Now I got you. So now I got to ask you this. Now we got to lock in directly on what we talking about. Did you see his subliminal responses to everything that's going on?
Yeah, that was at Bimmy.
Oh, see. Say that again, just in case they didn't hear you.
That was at Bimmy, because he already know that the truth is out, and certain people don't even speak on certain people because they ain't been speaking forever. For decades, they ain't spoke on this nigga. So for it to come out, how it came out, he was riding with him. What we call riding dirty. He was sitting up, taking pictures, having eating with him. That was his man. Now you falling back? Pick a side, 50. Pick a side. And he's a user. Let's be clear about this. This person will use whoever he can to get at somebody else. He's playing a game right here. He don't really care about none of these people. Bimmy, the two higher ups. He don't care about Cam. He don't care about. I'm just saying he don't care about. If this don't fit his agenda, he whacking people off. And I'm not talking about taking them out for real. I'm talking about he discredit the, you know the word I'm trying to use. He making sure they stuff don't fit no more. They word ain't credible. That's what he doing out here. But his word ain't holding nothing. We don't believe you no more, 50. You turn on people too quick. I'm just gonna say this, M.Reck, and this will never happen, but I'm using us as an example. I don't care what happens between me and you. I'm never gonna talk about you nowhere else.
I appreciate that. That's G'd up. Thank you. Like
I don't care. Thank you. I don't care. It's so much stuff I know about people that I love who I don't fool with no more. And vice versa. But you know what's the difference between me and these niggas that's trying to find out my dirt? I put all my dirt out here. So all of this stuff, let's be clear. If people been trying to find out my dirt, I've told everything that I need to tell on here.
Yeah, you did. And you ain't.
I done told a couple of people behind the scene, take the money and give them that. I already put that out on M.Reck.
I hear that, Janie B. I ain't gonna front. You know, I love doing interviews and stuff. You know, other content put on the channel, but it's nothing like going live and hearing the Rec Mob speak. Because when I'm feeling something, and I know I'm not bugging, because these niggas out here act like they don't see nothing, but they copy everything, right? So you know,
just like songs by Alicia said, I've been in some people chat getting at them too.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Niggas will copy your interview. You know what I'm saying?
You everywhere. They cutting your face off. They just playing your voice. It's ridiculous.
It's crazy, right? And niggas want to react to what they want to react to. You know what I'm saying? These so-called celebrities, rappers, moguls, film producers, whatever. And I'm glad that people see it. So my thing is, when I go live, y'all know I'm going to call it down the middle and we're going to address everything the right way.
That's a fact.
Unlike other niggas. Other niggas going to move the goalposts. Other niggas going to have things one-sided. You understand what I'm saying? Or playing.
Other niggas gonna call behind the scenes to try to squash what the truth from coming out. What they been doing the whole time.
You know, you so sharp. Man.
I'm telling you, it's so many people trying to close my mouth up, and I'm just not gonna do it. I'm just gonna keep on telling you what I know, M.Reck.
Nah, facts.
I'm just not gonna do it.
And you so on point with that. Behind the scenes, I'm getting so many calls. So I'm just echoing what you're saying. It's a lot.
You ain't tell me you was getting calls. I'm just telling you, I've been getting them. So I know I'm not even as out there as you. If I'm getting them, you getting them.
That's a fact. You know what I mean? People want shit one-sided. You know what I'm saying? And nah, I interview how I interview. I'm gonna put everybody in the hot seat. I'm holding everybody to the fire, and it is what it is. Nobody's gonna, try to get me to conform. My platform is uncompromised. You know what I'm saying? I call it down the middle. I don't have a dog in the fight. I'm gonna give. Okay, if we got this person's side, we're gonna get his part of the story, and then we're gonna get this person part of the story. Now, if this person don't show up, that's not on me. You understand what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That's true.
Bimmy showed up like it's almost like I'm speaking to you, right? It's 8 o'clock, right? And you like, yo, let's do the interview at 9. That means you really want to get to it. Like, and I haven't spoken to Bim damn near a year. So yo, Rec, what we doing? Let's get this out the way. But when I speak to other people that's involved, the other side, I'm still waiting. And we agreed to do this shit. You know,
I'm gonna tell you this though, M.Reck. One of the calls I got specifically said, and this is right after we all watched that interview. They specifically said, this nigga keep on saying he told him that he do music. It's kind of funny that the so-called CI name, they named him Music. So why is that? Why do that go together like that? I don't know about none of that paperwork. Yeah, I don't pretend to know about none of it. But if any of that is true, and this person ain't never lied to me, if in fact it is how he said it is, and he keeps saying he do music, and the CI name was named Music, then it's you, Bimmy. That's just my opinion.
Got you. Hey, look, the truth will come to the light. You know what I'm saying? Hey, niggas said they got the work. They're going to, expose it on their podcast. It's supposed to have been on a documentary. Then they flipped and bounced that. They spun people on that. So we're going to see. You know what I'm saying? I guess we got to wait for Prince Miller to do what he going to do on his podcast to see what it is.
For his sake, I hope that's not a fact. But the truth always comes to the light.
Yes, that's my motto.
Look how long it took for Puff to get caught up in everything. Stuff they still got stuff coming out on him.
Correct.
So and for years people tried to shut me up about that. So I'm just saying, you can only keep the truth hid and squashed for so long.
Correct. That's a fact. That's a fact. But Janie B, I appreciate you. I'm gonna take a few more callers, and I'm gonna end this live. I gotta get me something to eat and all that. But I appreciate you. Always.
I appreciate you more, and you stay safe, because I called you a couple of days ago to check on you. I called you a couple of days ago to check on you.
Right.
When I started getting them calls, I called you to check on you. So I'm just saying, you be real careful.
I will. Thank you so much. I got you.
You know I love you.
And I love you too.
All right.
All right. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you too.
Peace. Let's get it. I'm gonna take a few more calls. Salute. I'm gonna try to get Flat back on the line. Run the likes up. Got a lot of people calling. The lines is lit. Run it up. You know we different over here. We don't have a dog in the fight, but we gonna call it down the middle. I don't give a damn who's who, what's what. I don't care who's street rep. I don't care who's a rapper. I don't care who's an actor. That shit don't fly over here in Mrecktv. We gonna call it down the middle. As always, we not making up no shit on nobody, and we not taking sides. And that's the difference over here. You can't tell me what to do. You can't tell me how to interview. I don't give a damn who you are. And also that Mrecktv token is on Coinbase. Okay, salute. Here go the info right there. Shouts to SJ. You can get the Mrecktv token on Coinbase. That's what I want to talk about. I got the show called Cracking the Code. We teach financial literacy and speak on financial literacy. That's the Mrecktv crypto token right there. Salute to Jason, Omar, and K Beyond. You know what I mean? So coin theaters and all that. Make sure you get that Mrecktv. Make your money. That's the thing with me and my rec mob. They make money with me. Always did. I put them in movies, TV series, and now we got the Mrecktv token. Now you can run it up and make money with me. Same way I'm gonna make money, you gonna make money. This is what this is about. We teaching over here. You know what I mean? And I got a big announcement coming. You know what I mean? That has something to do with the kids, and people that's misfortunate. So that's the type of time I'm on. Salute to the rec mall. Let me see if I can get Flat back on the line. Also, let me refresh the app, because I know a lot of people trying to get through. Give me 1 second. We've been live 2 hours too. Just about. Make sure you get that Mrecktv token off Coinbase. Get it while you can. Let's get it. Run it up. Jose, tap in. I want to hear what Jose got to say. SJ, salute. Appreciate you. Gina Rose said, "What's going on?" Well, Gina Rose, I don't know if you saw the Bimmy interview. I don't know if you saw Supreme. He put out some accusations on Bimmy being a CI for 40 years allegedly. I did an interview with Bimmy responding to that. So now 50, he he breaks his silence on everything that's going on. Prince Miller, he did an interview on Thanks for Asking. Me, I salute until niggas don't salute. Thanks for Asking podcast or whatever. Appreciate that, Brownstone. Said M.Reck, great live as usual. Thank you. Salute. I mean, ain't nothing scripted over here. The interview wasn't scripted. The live ain't scripted. So the fact that you love the interview, you love the lives, and it's not compromised, it lets you know, and I got a billion things going on. It tells you what's what, who's who, and everybody copying, everybody hating, everybody, stealing, bootlegging, doing, renditions of what I did. trying to do what I do. It's just so nasty out here. Let the Sparks Fly is the brand for the sports show on the Mrecktv. Myself and David Flash Sparks. And on that note, you know who I want to get? Let me get the homie King of New Jersey on the line. Yo, King of New Jersey, you in the room? Because I know he was in the room. That's the homie I did the interview with, the Bimmy interview with. King of New Jersey, BTB TV. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me see what he said. Yo, M.Reck, shout you out for keeping it real. Oh, yo, M.Reck, what's up, man? Shouts to you for keeping it real. Thank you for the content. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Appreciate you tapping in. What's up? Mute your audio, caller.
I got you, bro.
Oh, we got the King of New Jersey on the line. What's going on?
Peace
bro?
to the God,
Peace
man.
to God.
All wise and civilized. How you?
I'm good, Lord. Talk to me, man. So,
man,
you got one of the hottest interviews out, and give me your assessment. Matter of fact, before we go into the interview, I'm gonna salute you for throwing that alley-oop on the Bimmy interview.
No doubt, bro. Come on.
That was smart.
Each one teach one.
Each one teach one. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why, we build the way we build. You understand what I'm saying? These other niggas is dusty 85ers. That's why they move how they move.
Oh, indeed.
That's
you know what I'm saying? When you could go through a little something and then squash that shit and y'all piece that shit, but next thing you know, y'all back at it. Man, that's peace right there, man.
Exactly.
All Israelites supposed to be able to do that, man. So I'm gonna say one thing real quick before you ask a question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody had commented on our IG thread, right, and said, "Oh, you was talking about Ellen, you was going to M.Reck." I'm like, yo, we brothers, bro. We brothers fight, nigga. I went to him. You know what I'm saying? We talked about it in person. We chilled. We enjoyed ourselves. We got drunk. We ate and we partied. We good.
Yeah.
So why you worried? What you waiting for?
Exactly.
You mad because you didn't get the interview?
Shit crazy out here. But
yeah,
I want to ask you this, man, because you said something that was very, critical to me. It was yesterday. You said something to the fact, yo, Rec, what year was it that they said Bimmy started being a CI? You was like in 85, right? I was like, yeah. And you was like, yo, you know how old Bimmy was? Go into that. Go into all that.
Oh yeah, because remember we asked Bimmy his age. He told us he was 55, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he's
so 85. 85, he's only 15. At 15, you cannot be a confidential informant because you're a minor. The only way you can do that is if your parents allow you to do that or your guardian. You understand what I'm saying? And they use you without the cooperation of your parents. They blow their whole case up. I'm gonna say one thing. I was caught in a raid with my cousins. My cousins, they were part of E4 Posse and Elizabeth. Shout out to my cousin Jabbo and all them. Caught in a raid. They locked us all up. I was 12 or 13, somewhere around there. And when I got there, they was gonna question me. They was like, "How old are you?" And I told them my age. They was like, "No, call your mother. Call your mother, come pick you up or come on down here," because they want my mother to allow them to question me. You know what my mother told them? "You ain't asking my son shit. Come on, let's go home."
Wow. How old was you at the time?
I was like 13, 12, 13, somewhere around there.
Got you.
Minor. You cannot question a minor without their parents' permission. The feds or the state. And if they do it and they find out about it, then the whole case will be thrown out. And Plain would have been home. If Bimmy ratted on because they would have found out it was a minor ratted on them.
See, I don't do paperwork and all that. I know you've been in the system. I know you do paperwork parties and all that. So I'm glad you called. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I see a lot of people like we all knew that Prince and Bimmy shared kids with two sisters. You know what I'm saying? So that is like a touchy situation right there.
Correct. Very touchy.
And And Bimmy never disrespected Prince at all.
Mm-hmm.
Through the whole interview, even while me and him talk, he's like, man, you know what I'm saying? That's like my brother, you know what I'm saying? We live together. I'm like, I know. He's like, that's my big brother.
Mm.
Basically what he was saying, you know what I mean? So it's a lot of things, and to be real, like I told you, but I think it's a money grab.
Mm.
First of all, you're trying to sell this documentary,
Mm-hmm.
and then third, now you're trying to sue Hassan Campbell for more money.
Damn.
It's not like a money grab to me, but I don't know if people know the lawyer that he had. She just got indicted by the feds for scamming.
Who lawyer?
Plain lawyer.
Oh, word?
Her and her husband or boyfriend just got indicted by the feds for fraud, rather. For they had a organization. It was a nonprofit. Yeah.
Mm. Wow.
So it's a lot of moving parts, man.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Man, hey, I'm gonna end the show on that. But before we go, what's your thoughts on the 50 Cent post? What you thoughts? What's your thoughts on his post?
I think 50 Cent trolling, like you always troll.
Okay.
He trolled Tony Yayo on Instagram, you know what I'm saying?
But he's trolling who? Let's get to it. Who he trolling right now?
I say I think he trolling. I think he trolling Bimmy. Because the bird's probably out there for years, but he probably don't know if to believe it or not. He probably 50-50 with it too, but he's like, he's gonna keep his distance until it all comes out to the forefront.
No doubt. See,
that's what most of it.
We call it in the middle over here. We call it down the middle over here. Salute to you. See, look, you know, niggas know Bim and all that, but we gonna call it down the middle. You know what I'm saying? So
got no choice but to call it down the middle.
And then even doing the interview, it's like, yo, come on, we put Bim in the hot seat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, people say, oh yeah, I asked him hard enough questions. Yes, you did, because most of the questions I reinforced. Like, what about this? You know what I'm saying? What about that?
Come on,
what I'm saying? So people, I'm gonna tell you something. It's a lot of these content creators out here. Like they say, they stealing our shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They stealing our shit, and then they using their content. And they ain't giving us no shout outs.
Yeah.
They ain't saying nothing. They blocking out our faces. You know what I'm saying? They talking about. They're like, I don't know why they. I don't know. Yo, they mad. We got like a content creator. I ain't gonna say no names, but it's a certain content creator out of PA. You know what I'm saying? Out of Erie, PA. Yo, he had his chance. He crossed Bimmy a couple of years ago by dealing with the other dude from New York. You know what I'm saying? And then he wondering why. How they go get the interview? Easy, bro. Because we play fair.
Yeah. It is what it is, man. That's
what it is.
We gonna educate these niggas on how to move, and you know, we gonna stay on this because we gonna get to the truth. Because that's our thing. We gonna get to the truth, regardless of what. But I appreciate you, bro. You do.
I talked to the director too. I talked to the director too.
Who?
Yeah.
Okay, and how'd that go?
He called. It was cool. He called me this morning.
Okay, and
he was talking about the show I did yesterday when I was talking about the age that he was when all of them got locked up at 85. And he's like, he never thought about that point. He's like, you got a point there. I'm like, yeah. Certain things you gotta think about, man.
We gotta talk about that. I'm gonna hit you behind the scenes and speak on that because I'm out the loop. I didn't even know. Yeah. So on that note, I want to say this though, man. You threw a mean alley-oop. Most people, if you know, now mind you, I got my own relationship with Bim and Dad, right? But I haven't spoken to Bim in 6 months to a year. The fact that you had Bim lined up for an interview and you called me, you was like, yo, you know, pretty much, yo, I think this would be a bigger look if I have M.Reck do it with me. We do it together. And I gotta salute you because that's the difference between you and these other niggas. They so caught up in a bum ass ego that you see how that worked out. That's the biggest interview, thus far. It wasn't really shit going on this whole week. There wasn't shit going on besides, it's real shit going on with the food stamps and Medicaid and all that. But in terms of like hip hop and street news and shit like that, that was
we broke the internet.
broke the internet. And the fact that you threw the alley-oop the way you threw it, you got my respect. You already had my respect. The fact when you was talking all that shit about me, and I saw you man, and we was gonna shoot the fade, and we got past that at Gene Crib.
Yeah.
And the fact that, because that's another thing. These internet niggas, y'all niggas just talk shit on this internet. That's why I don't do no back and forths. And niggas who says shit, and it's no expiration date on disrespect. You know what I mean? That's why I said to any nigga that disrespect me is on site. And that's the same. Matter of fact, I said it to you too. I think I never said your name. I said your homie. Just have that same energy because it's on site. You know what I'm saying? Have that same energy.
Indeed.
So it, and this is me. Everybody know. I mean, even with A Mafia, we had our thing. We met on the side of the highway, some crazy shit. We was talking to each other crazy on the phone. What, nigga? I'm in Harlem right now. What, nigga? I'm in East New York. Word? Meet me on the side of the highway. Say less, nigga. I'll be there. It got crazy. Like, shouts to my nigga A Mafia. That's why with these niggas, the internet, I be like, y'all niggas is not really like that. You know what I mean? Like, y'all niggas.
Hey, yo, the funny thing is, right, I don't know why these niggas think I'm obese or something like that, bruh.
Huh?
I don't understand that. These niggas think I'm obese. Like, oh, yeah, look at this fella. He gonna down the interview. I'm like, what? I'm like, bruh.
That's crazy. A nigga said that, bro.
Yeah, bruh. I was laughing, bro.
You lost mad weight too. How many pounds you lost over the last year or so?
I think I went from like probably 380 or 370 to like something like 318 now, something like that. Yeah.
Wow, that's like 70, almost 80 pounds. So salute to you, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. But people don't understand. Even before I lost weight, I'm 6'7". You can't really tell anything anyway.
Yeah, that's a fact. But now you good, bro. Look, this is what we're gonna do. Yeah. We're gonna do more classic interviews like that. I'm gonna say this too. The fact that you brought up Luke, did Luke mention to you that Preem and Prince was supposed to do my platform first? Did they mention?
Nah.
He didn't mention
he didn't tell me about that. No, he didn't tell me about that.
Wow.
And they curved you, right?
Because remember, me and you spoke about that behind the scenes.
We did speak about it.
Yeah.
He was like, now we could get Prince and them on the platform. That'd be another great interview right there.
Mm-hmm.
Or even Luke, you know what I'm saying? Because he's the director, he's behind the scenes too. So, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna make something happen though again, bro.
No doubt.
And it's gonna be as epic as the last time, bro.
No doubt. Facts. Let's get it, bro.
Salute you, bro. Let's get it.
All right. Salute you, bro.
Right.
Thank you. Salute, bro.
Peace to the God.
Peace to the God.
Peace.
All right, y'all. So on that note, I'm gonna end the show with the homie right there, King of New Jersey, BTB TV. Go subscribe to his channel and all that. And salute to the Rec Mob, salute to SJ, salute to all my callers, Janie B, songs by Alicia, JR, and people from South Side that tap in. Love is love, y'all. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is over here. Y'all know I'ma always call it down the middle, keep it official. Unfortunately, I know a lot of y'all be glazing, not the Rec Mob, but a lot of these other niggas in the bushes be glazing. I don't give a damn what time you're on. I know what I'm on. I wake up and it could be 3 hours of sleep, 4 hours of sleep. That's all I need just to recharge. I sleep well at night. You dig what I'm saying? A lot of y'all don't sleep well at night because y'all don't move right. Y'all let other people dictate how y'all gotta move and how y'all gotta live. I'm never gonna be on that time, ever. So on that note, we're going to keep it official. As always, Much love to everybody. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to go live probably tomorrow. You know what I mean? I know y'all want me to go live every day or twice a day, but sometimes it's just so much going on. Also, download the Spooky Hours app in the Apple Store, Google Play Store. We're going to have some new content for y'all because I got to edit some things, but I'm going to make sure I have a new episode and plus some animation for y'all. So make sure y'all download the app, all right? Thank you. Shouts to Gina Rose and all that. Appreciate y'all. SJ, I see you. Gone. Make sure you leave comments in the regular comment section, y'all. Do that right now. Appreciate y'all.
Sneak dissing, we don't see the competition. I drop off a ransom note that your art is missing, nigga.
Pay us in full with the money, or she gon' get her fingers clipped off like Lil Sonny,
M.Reck TV.